Boom. There's our rule. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-dum. Alright. So we got down the rabbit hole, and we have Veda Jade on the chopping block. 1, 2, and 3 is down the rabbit hole. 4, 5, and 6 is Veda. No cheating. 2 down the rabbit hole. That's exciting. That's exciting. Alright, so I have 2 things to look at from down the rabbit hole. We have the emails that, again, I confirmed that she sent to me. So let's look at this first. So I have here, I have Down the Rabbit Holes channel, right? This one's from October 6th, all right, and this one is from August 20th. So we're gonna do August 20th first, then we're gonna do October 6th, then I'll talk to you guys about the emails. Okay, sound good? Okay. So follow me down the rabbit hole at bedtime as we explore how I discovered my victimhood. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All views expressed in this channel are strictly an opinion made by Down the Rabbit Hole at bedtime, based off the information I have gathered on each topic. I do not own the rights to the music and or pictures. Sources of information: The Daily Mail. All topics on this channel fall under fair use law, notwithstanding provisions. Blah, 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 blah. Yo, 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 yo. Okay. Skip. Let's go. Oh wait, she said she didn't own the music. So I don't know if there's gonna be like talking in this yet, so I'm gonna mute it because she said she didn't own the music, and I don't want to get copyright struck because she's an asshole and using music she doesn't own. Something about stealing art from people or something, I don't know. At least the game shops that I use, not only do I link to it, but it's also a free music channel. They put out music for streaming. Alright. Steve McCrae, I'm sending you a cease and desist. Oh, no, she is gonna talk. Okay.
Down the rabbit hole, friends. As many of you are aware, I've spent the past year.
So she doesn't own the music that's playing underneath? Alright.
Year and a half, learning an awful lot about Katie Joy Paulson from Without a Crystal Ball. And over the past month and a half, I've also had the pleasure of focusing on learning a lot about Kate Goslin, the TLC superstar, or should I say miracle, we've all come to know and love. But then, over the past couple of weeks, a new person entered my life. I call her Twitter Lady. She's
So this is a video about Charlo. Okay. It's clickbait. This is about Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden working for Katie Joy. Annoying newsletter. Are you in my Discord? Because you should be. You should get in there. Okay, so what does it say? For more info, check out these channels. Steve McCrae, Veda Jade, Country Girl Brenda, and EKC People Suck. So I haven't looked at Country Girl Brenda, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to go down that fucking thing. Not today, but I'm gonna, I guess I had to make a list of things I was covering today, so I'm just gonna put a little star here and be like, Country Girl Brenda. Oh, all I'm thinking is Brenda from Uno. Country Girl Brenda. Should I, you know what, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look real quick. Just real quick. Country Girl Brenda. Alright, what you got? What do you got for me, Brenda? Okay. No, oh god, Katie Joy commentary. Yeah, it's so new. Amy Duggar, 6 days ago, Crystal Balls, Katie Joy. Katie Joy. Katie Joy, Katie Joy. Oh, Veda and Nonsense. Nonsense took a Veda story and used it against her. Ooh. Alright, so I guess add this person to the list that's fucking wrapped up in all this shit. 1 month ago. I'm not looking at lives yet. I'll check lives in a minute. I'm just gonna scroll back to about October. Actually, maybe August. Katie Joy and her apology to Steve McCrae. Yeah. Katie, Duggars, Katie, Duggars, Duggars, Katie. Okay. Julie. No, that's not Julie. Okay, that's something else. Backwards Barbie. LEB. Oh. 7 months ago. Alright. Shorts. Okay. Podcasts? Oh. Alrighty. So where am I supposed to find her videos about Charla? Because she said that she made videos about Charla. That's interesting. Okay, what about, Twitter lady? Nothing. How interesting. So, Down the Rabbit Hole claims or says to check out Country Girl Brenda for information about Charla, but there isn't any easily findable or accessible information about Charla. I wonder if it's because it got taken down for some reason. Alright, let's keep going.
It's pretty amazing. And I've been watching as she's done an amazing job harassing the shit out of creators on YouTube that stand in opposition to people like Without a Crystal Ball. And just recently, it really hit me that Katie, Kate, Twitter lady, and we actually all have a lot in common. I mean, we're all like pretty privileged middle to upper class white women who seemingly, we have everything we've ever needed and like most of what we've wanted, most being the key word.
Are we gonna ignore Charlotte's claims about being raised in a cult? You're gonna ignore that one? Screen grab this? Hey, listen, it's all you. It's up there. There it is. Screen grab away. My pause game is always on point. Being the key word. Oh my god, screen grab it. Make sure you grab this part so you can put whatever word you want there. It's 1 minute and 28 seconds. Guys, the new meme dropped. Sorry, it wasn't on purpose. Alright, 1 minute in, let's keep going. So she's already accused Charla of harassing people, etc., and now is saying Charla is in a privileged position. So I would love to know how she came to that conclusion. Interestingly enough, there isn't any videos on Steve's channel anymore about Charla either. So she might want to update her list. And I wonder why those got removed. Could it be the restraining order? I don't know. She has inspirational music. Oh yeah, the piano makes it. That's definitely not something we saw Fiona Robertson do a long time ago. Cough, cough. Throwback! There's like 3 people that are gonna get that. It's okay, don't worry about it.
It's true. Even people like Katie Joy Paulson, Twitter lady, Kate Goslin, and we face pretty insurmountable victimhood on a daily basis on these YouTube streets. And I only really realized all of this by one, spending a lot of time.
Alright, so she's trying to undermine Charla claiming harassment from all the video, or from all the channels that she already showed were talking about her, so. Okay.
Down the rabbit hole, checking out how Katie Joy became a millionaire.
Oh, she also implied that Charla was working for Katie Joy as well, or on behalf of Katie Joy, because she said that Charla only struck Katie Joy videos, but that it had nothing to do with it. From my understanding, all of the videos she didn't strike every Katie Joy video. Charla only struck or went after videos that had her in them, that also happened to have Katie Joy. Oh, sorry, you want the link to this video? Here you go. Here's a link. You guys want to check it out for yourselves? Go for it. What's in the description of the video? Nothing. Ugh. There's no links. The link is to her own Twitter. That's the only link here.
By reading Kate Gosselin's book, in which it was basically a roadmap of how to write all your senators and tell them that your children are disabled so you can get more free things. And then 3.
Is she claiming that Katie Joy's kid is not disabled? Why are you bringing kids into this? Wasn't that an issue for Riddell? No? She claimed her source was the Daily Mail. Yes, source of information. The Daily Mail. Has the Daily Mail been writing articles about Charlo?
By checking out this Twitter lady's
and Katie?
Twitter and realizing she is rocking her life by sending out ridiculous cease and desists to everyone on YouTube in an effort to call as much attention to herself as possible. And I thought to myself,
do you not know what a cease and desist is? A cease and desist is to stop you from talking about people, not to get more attention from you. Those are the opposite things. And if she was trying to get attention from you, why are you enabling her and giving her the attention by doing this?
Okay, but where's my attention? I'm over here getting victimized on a daily basis, and many of you, you know what's been going on with me.
I don't.
Internet. But there's some other things going on I haven't really felt comfortable talking about, and it all has to do with a creator named Steve McCrae. Yeah, I mean, it's true.
This sounds really weirdly sexual so far, and I feel uncomfortable. I don't. Can I send you a cease and desist to get this video taken down as a crime? Because I feel like it is, and apparently feelings are all you need. Oh no. Okay.
I've never really spoken much to Steve, and we have no relationship whatsoever, but
okay.
He's a man. And by virtue of that alone, I know he deserves a cease and desist.
Please be advised that this is a formal cease and desist I require you to make, but then take down several videos mentioning my name, or further legal action will be taken immediately. Okay. And it's at people. It's adding President Donald Trump, Joe Biden, EKC, Veda, Country Girl, Farron, and Steve. Cool, so you're wrapped up in this too. Alright.
to come out and make this as absolutely like public and draw as much attention to myself as possible, I'm just gonna go ahead and read like the first part of my cease and desist to all of you right now. I'm just like really excited about it. Okay, dear Steve McCrae,
I feel like I'm cringing out of my skin.
and the 1 million
brother.
other people I've listed on this cease and desist. Please be advised, I hereby demand you cease and
Well, she did say she was trying to draw attention to herself, so, hi, how's it going? It's me, your boy. You called me here. Specifically, came to my channel. Well, I wasn't there to call me to look at your shit, so here we go.
desist not paying attention to me. I require you
Okay.
to post many and all defamatory, slanderous, false statements, posts, and videos, all using my name, but then remove them. Give it a few hours because I really want to make sure that people see it and then check me out on my social media, but then immediately remove it. Please ensure that these videos directly refer to all the trauma I've been suffering and the therapy
Is she suggesting that Charla actually had requested Aaron and Steve and Veda and Farron and I guess country girl Brenda to all make videos about her? Because I would love to see where that happened. That's a first. I haven't heard that claim before. Where'd you get that one from?
I'm going to need because my mental health status has been affected by the fact that I'm a middle-class white woman being victimized by all of you. I hereby demand that
How do you know? How do you know that Charla's a middle-class white woman? I'm just curious to know how you established that. As if that matters. As if her race and gender and economic status means that she's not entitled to specific protections of her private information. Because those were the ones that were taken down, the ones with private information in them. That's why this one's not taken down, right? There's no private information in here. No? There's still accusations. Her Karen level is over 9,000. Being harassed can only happen if you're not a middle class and white and a woman.
Teach me how to use Twitter. Because I've realized that's yet another platform on which I could be getting a lot of attention if someone would just take the time to show me how to use a basic computer.
Google it yourself.
And none of you have ever even reached out to help me out with that. Yeah, and that really hurts. The following YouTube videos should be put up immediately. Number 1, down the rabbit hole at bedtime is one sexy heifer. Number 2, down the rabbit hole at bedtime's shenanigans. Number 3, bedtime allegations. Number 4, down the rabbit hole at bedtime is done. Stay away from me, you crazy loon. No means no.
When this goes out as a video, I'm gonna title it that. I'm gonna title it "Down the Rabbit Hole is done. Stay away from me, you crazy loon. No means no." We make our own fun here.
Katie Joy 2.0. Down the rabbit hole at bedtime is delusional. All references to my name should include the word
Winter. Are you hearing the Silent Hill sirens finally? You getting the brain fog?
Beautiful, as in
welcome to the party.
Beautiful down the rabbit hole at bedtime. Please make sure that you also post.
She claims that she watched Steve and Aaron's and Farron's and Veda's and I guess Country Girl Brenda's videos about Charla, which means she knows what the content is. Meaning that she knows that they were calling her a psychopath and they were calling her crazy and that they were accusing her of crime, right? So she's aware of that. And she's making this video anyway, because this video was, it was August 20th.
Post all of this to your Facebook, Twitter, any other like social media accounts you have, and then as I like mentioned above, remove them like a few hours later. The lack of harassing, defamatory, malicious, and inaccurate statements towards me, the beautiful down the rabbit hole at bedtime, have really opened you up to me like filing a completely unfounded lawsuit. And any further lack of
unfounded? So the TROs that have been going around and the restraining order that Steve got, it's all unfounded, is it? That's why those videos had to be taken down, right? It was unfounded? Can you demonstrate any of that? The fact that you're, like, implying that this is the case for Charla and still talking about Charla circumventing a cease and desist. Huh.
Mentioning my name on any of your channels is going to result in me writing...
I hate to be the bearer of bad news also, down the rabbit hole. You're a content creator with 38.1k subscribers. How many subscribers does Charla have? Is it 0? You're not exactly on equal footing here from that privilege thing you were talking about. The privilege of your platform. The analogy and the comparison and the parody here kind of falls flat on its face when you're not on equal playing grounds. Let alone you're all of the people that you mentioned and you're combined and the other people that we've shown today so far and all their combined subscribers. All right.
Yet another scathing letter to Joe Biden. I mean, check out like my last video I did on Kate Gosselin because I wrote like a pretty good letter to him in that video as well. All right, guys. So this is just the first part of my letter. There's more to come. But I think like this kind of gets my point across, right? Like I just really want to be sure that all of you understand Katie Joy, Kate Gosselin, Twitter Lady, and Katie Rabbit Brown. We're all on the same team. A team.
Okay, so an accusation that Charla and all these people are working together to do something.
That's been getting pounded down into the ground for centuries now.
Centuries!
Lives as, you know, part of the non-enslaved upper class of this country. And, like, it's finally time.
You know women didn't get the right to have a bank account until the 70s, right? What the fuck? When was the last time you cracked a history book? When was the last time you looked at civil rights and women's suffrage? The fuck are you on about?
That people start respecting, honoring, and giving us stuff that we want. I don't know how I could make it any more clear. So thank you, Katie Joy.
I'm not drunk enough for this.
Twitter Lady, for helping me like realize my true potential as the ultimate.
It's kind of telling that she's naming everybody except Charla.
Karen of YouTube.
Okay, cool. Neat. Alright, let's look at the comment section. Someone teaches you how to use Twitter, could you teach me? Your sense of humor and sarcasm is undoubtedly some of the best I've ever come across. Oh, there's no accounting for taste. Beautiful. Bravo! Oh, hey! I had hoped you wouldn't delete comments from your videos. I thought so much better of you. Edit spelling. I don't ever delete comments. If you made a comment and it was deleted, just put it up again and use different wording because YouTube sometimes deletes comments for their wording and sends them to the netherworld. That does happen. That's fair. I saw a comment about something related to Charla. It would certainly have been considered. It would certainly have been considered as negative towards Steve. It was info about the TRO Katie filed against him. I can't repost as it was not mine. Maybe the author deleted it. I'm glad my impression of you hasn't changed. I admire your ethics when I found you to be a credible source of information about the sister wives. I was thrilled when you figured out how problematic KJ is. So apologies if the author deleted. It does not change the fact that I enjoy your content and find KJ to be a source of contention. I am sub to you, by the way. That's Willow. That's Willow on Twitter, by the way. Do you really want to be associated with Steve? Ugh, yeah, whoa, fucking Jesus, somebody wrote a goddamn book. And they didn't respond. Rabbit Hole didn't respond, but okay. Chris Hansen. Been manipulated. Alright. I don't know why, but the replies aren't loading. That's so sad. I'll reload it in a second. Love your stuff. Who is Twitter Lady? Oh, I jumped back to the beginning. Yeah, alright, fine. Well, I'll do a refresh while I'm here. Shut up! Bonk. Sort by newest. Why? That's so sad. Why aren't they loading? Twitter, why? I mean, YouTube, why? Whatever you are. I don't know why, but these comments aren't loading. I can't tell you. I got nothing. Keep going down. Keep doing what you're doing with your head held high. Yes. This is funny, Twitter lady. Yes, it must be very funny to dehumanize somebody with issues. Very amusing. Are we still not demanding that we Scooby-style pull off her mask and expose her as KJ? It's not privileged when someone works their ass off our entire life. I'm not privileged. I've worked my life. I will never apologize for that. That doesn't... Somebody who doesn't understand what privilege is, but okay. Who is Twitter Lady? Is her actual name Twitter Lady? LOL. You can't say her name or it summons her. Ah, yes. Charlotte, aka Voldemort. Word of advice. Stay far away from Steve Beta and EKC. Nah, she can make up her own mind. Oh, okay. Love this. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I can possibly speak to Steve of the FBI. Oh, look, it's Megan. It's surprised that Megan's there, not me. Oh, there's country girl Brenda. Love it, love it. Looks like I'm going to take lessons when I get time to figure out how I conduct all of these, contact all these important people. I will need to counter your cease and desist. Just one question. Can you point me in the right direction? Yes, if you're gonna send a cease and desist to somebody, you should definitely, ask them how to do it. Side note, the way you generally do things if you want things removed is you attempt to contact the person that's made it, then send a cease and desist afterward, and then follow up with legal matters. That is the expected series of events. You are expected to at least attempt to resolve things before going to court. That is standard. So for anybody who doesn't know that, now you do. Hey, there's Nanahawk. Saw them kicking around in all the side chats. I feel like we saw this person, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, hey, look! Farron. To the surprise of fucking nobody. Alright. Let's move on to the next one. We've got this one. This one's from October 6th. Again, daily source of information is the Daily Mail. I wonder if that's a joke. I wonder if that's like a running joke on her channel or something. Entertainment purposes only. No links. Join the channel and her X account. That's everything. Again, October 6th. This one has a live chat replay, so we're gonna make sure we zoom out so we can see that as well. But this one, we are jumping ahead on, because I did take a look at the first half of this because there's a whole bunch of shit that was unrelated. It's just her talking about her personal life and her kids and stuff, because people like to fucking talk about their kids online for some fucking godforsaken reason. So we're gonna start at 23:40. Oh, yeah, we're at 23:05. We can just jump it forward just a little bit and go from there. 23:30 should be fine. Good enough. Switch this to live chat. Turn down the quality. Quality's down because she's not going to show anything. It's just her face the whole time. So let's go.
More followers. She doesn't approach it as much on YouTube. She sticks with her sister wives and specifically like Duggar content on YouTube for the most part, from what I've seen.
Talk about Katie.
So I was kind of like, ugh. You know, I was sad about that. But then what it all comes down to for me is that, yes.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to speed it up because,
Yesterday she kind of went off on a new tangent, and the tangent had to do with Steve McCrae. If you guys are not aware of who he is, I've gone down the rabbit hole with this as well, and I want to speak out about it, okay? Steve McCrae was a creator on YouTube. So he and Katie Joy were like people who kind of started out together.
She spelled Steve's name wrong with 2 C's. Oh, you needed the link to the Discord? I got you.
Certain ways. Steve McCrae had a partner and they had a channel on YouTube. They were doing pretty well. Let's say maybe I don't know how many followers they had. Let's say they had like 30, 40,000 followers.
Which
and
partner?
They were making really good videos that were getting a lot of views. And I think Steve was looking at it like, wow, maybe I could make a living off of this. This is great. Like, we're starting to get popular and we're doing well in many ways. So what ended up happening is that Steve and his partner had Katie come onto their YouTube channel and do like a little bit of a show with them. Okay, and that's how he had these interactions with Katie Joy. That's how it all started. I'm not going to go into all the specifics about it. I don't know everything, right? I do know that a lot of people don't like Steve McCrae. And I just want to say, this is how I feel about it. I know only a little bit about Steve.
It was Kyle.
He has messaged me a few times through Facebook. And I also went on his show once where I called in and talked to him about some things.
Which things?
What I would say about the situation,
Charlotte related?
Getting to know him, is that Steve is like a kind of person who's a little bit different. Like, he's just a little bit different than other people.
He's just a little weird. He's just a little guy.
If you've ever seen Steve, when he first started out on YouTube, he had like long white hair, you know? And maybe he's just like the kind of person that some people, it's not their cup of tea, right?
Actually, that's a really good time to, I think, bring something up here. Steve was different once upon a time. I'm going to show you the difference between current Steve and previous Steve real quick. So, this is what Steve used to look like.
There's certain things you can say that's more along the lines of just giving your opinion, and that's covered under what's called free speech. And free speech, unfortunately, has been taking a back seat to certain people who think they have the right to tell people what to say and what not to say.
Oh
yeah.
Sorry, Aaron. So, if you notice Steve recently, and Steve in the past couple of months, he's very much sitting in the dark. He's very much, like, surrounded by, like, just darkness all the time. He's very contentious. He doesn't sound like he's low energy. He's not into this. He's got just comparatively, he's not there. He's not as fast. He's not as high, like, energetic. He's not as passionate about what he's talking about anymore. At least not to me. It doesn't come across that way.
Yeah.
Previously.
And AT2 wanted to make sure that we explained
This was November 11th, 2019.
freedom of speech is freedom from government reprisal in the United States.
Yeah, it has
is not
nothing to do with
freedom
this.
From all
Yes.
criticism and consequence.
That is absolutely true, Jared. And people don't see.
Look at how bright it is.
No,
Look at
stand up.
how, like, open he is here. Look at how we can see his face. We can see what he's talking about. We can see the emotion. We can hear the energy in his voice. Now, to be fair, during Caffeine Corner, a lot of time he was fucking hyped up on caffeine. Interestingly enough, this stream from Caffeine Corner is still available on Steve's channel, but it was also one that Unirock was in. This fun fact. And, whatever.
That you don't have free speech on a platform. We don't have free speech on YouTube. You don't have free speech on my channel. Get used to it. And I wouldn't expect that from any other channel.
There's certain things you can say that's more along the lines of just giving your opinion, and that's covered under what's called free speech. And free speech, unfortunately, has been taking a back seat to certain people who think they have the right to tell people what to say and what not to say.
He looks so gaunt. Poor guy. Jeez. He is also apparently taking a break due to health concerns. So, Been 4 years. Having a rough time, I guess. But yeah, I figured that's a good time to kind of point that out. The difference between Steve 4 years ago and Steve now are drastically different people. But yes,
he's a different kind of
continue.
person. Well, I want to say that I
He's
really
just a
like, I
weird
typically
little guy.
really like people who are different. I consider myself a little bit different, though I always tend to really blend in with people. But on the inside, in my heart, I'm
not like other girls.
I think my kids are going to grow up and be kind of like different people. And I kind of see Steve that way. Like, he's very friendly,
Okay.
overly friendly. He'll talk to you forever about different things. He seems like a nice person overall. Now, a lot of people don't like him.
Does he? He seems like a nice person overall, but a lot of people don't like him.
They don't like his politics. They don't like what he says. There are different things that they don't like about him. And
They don't like his transphobia. They don't like him being pushing Fox News' shit about CRT. They don't like him shitting on professionals in biology over gender stuff. They don't like his misogyny. They don't like when he tries to attack people for their mental health issues. There's always been a lot of reasons why people don't like Steve. They've just kind of escalated. I wouldn't call that his politics, though. Hey! Hello! Hi! Are we back? My internet just, like, dipped to nothing and then restarted and came back. Hello! Are we here? Is everything good? Hello! Hi! Okay. I don't know when it stopped, so I'm putting it back a little bit. Yeah, apparently I did try turning it off and back on again. I don't know. Alright. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Alright, we're good. We Gucci. We gotta reset this real quick. Okay.
friendly, overly friendly. He'll talk to you forever about different things. He seems like a nice person overall. Now, a lot of people don't like him. They don't like his politics. They don't like what he says. There are different things that they don't like about him. And I get that. But I can disagree with someone.
You should probably talk about, like, what those actual reasons are instead of just being vague about it if you're going to try and defend your association with the guy, since that's what seems to be what you're doing here.
And still like them. I have a lot of people like that in my life. A lot of really close
Do you like just hanging out with transphobic people? Is that what you're on about? Okay.
friends.
Sure,
A lot
whatever.
of people who live on like hippie communes in the middle of the country who I'm very close with and love and consider.
But are they like Veda's parents who are anti-LGBTQ hippies?
For some of my like the closest people in my life, and I don't agree with everything that they do. You know, I still love them a lot.
Sure.
And then Stephanie says, I'm not sure.
Nobody's saying anything like that. Nobody's saying that, like, don't associate with Steve because... I mean, people might be saying don't associate with Steve because he's a bad person, but it's never about disagreeing, right? It's about getting yourself caught up in this whole clusterfuck of people that are gang harassing a lady internationally.
I'm not sure I'd associate with anyone who associates with
What's
KJ. Yeah, a lot of people have said that. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, what really
I
bothers
planned
me,
for
this is what I'm really here to say. What really bothers me about KJ going back and coming back after Steve McCrae, okay? Because they had a huge falling out. She ended
So, I don't know if the internet went out before or after I said this. There was... she just seems to be skipping over the fact that they had an NDA, stopped talking about each other for 2 years, 2-year NDA, and then immediately, as soon as that NDA was up, Steve went after her again and was trying to start a GoFundMe for defamation, right? He left that GoFundMe up and never filed, and that GoFundMe is still up, and he never returned any money for a filing he never did. Now, maybe down the rabbit hole didn't go all the way down the Steve rabbit hole and doesn't actually know any of this stuff. The only time that Steve ever stopped talking about KJ was when people who are around him pulled rank in groups to be like, Steve, you have to fucking stop. You have to fucking stop. And as soon as all those people were gone, he's been doing nothing but fucking Katie Joy content or transphobic content. Those are like his two modes at this point. So, it seems silly with all the amount of Katie Joy content that Steve has made to say that Katie can't clap back about it at this point. Especially unless she is restating this sexual harassment allegations, I feel like there's not really much room to complain that Katie's talking about somebody who spent months and months talking about her after something was resolved legally. So
ended up filing a restraining order against Steve. There was like a lawsuit between them. There's so much shit happened in Steve's real life that really affected him. And I'm not going to go through all of that here. And it's like, all of that happened, and it was over with. They kind of had moved on from it. There's no love lost there. They don't like each other. But now Katie...
It was an NDA.
makes this big post in which she starts accusing him again of all this bullshit that wasn't really true. Her post was like an amalgamation of everything that she thinks has been done wrong to her over the many years on YouTube, from my research, by many different people, lots of different people who don't like Katie, who have done things to her, like, I don't know.
Oh, and also that Veda named Katie and Steve in her TRO filing. So there's that as well. That is after October though, and this was as of October 6th.
Gotten on her YouTube channel and written nasty things to her, or they've gone on live stream and talked negatively about her. She took all these things that have happened and she kind of accredited it to an unnamed source, but it sounded like it was Steve McCrae. And it does really bother me.
So she didn't even bring up Steve, but you're assuming that it's about Steve? Okay.
It bothers me because she is doing it because Steve, in my opinion, Steve McCrae is an easy target. She's not going to target someone like Renelle Smith, who talks about her and comes off as a very like stable, rational, positive person. You know?
So you didn't actually listen to what Renelle said in her other video. She just sounds that way because of her tone, not because of what she's actually saying. Alright. So you think that Katie is referring to Steve and assuming because he's an easy target and isn't talking about Renelle, who also makes a buttload of Katie Joy content. And it's not like there's a bunch of people making Katie Joy content, and so she's just making a vague statement that alludes to a number of people that are making this content. So you're this pisses you off because you're assuming it's about somebody. I mean, maybe it was about Steve, but so what? He makes content about her. She's allowed to fucking be like, this asshole makes content about me. And
she doesn't target people like that. She targets people like, for example, Charlotte on the web, who she was able to say, like, let me let you know that Charlotte has a felony under her belt. The only reason she ever brought up Charlotte on the web was because she had this secret information about Charlotte that she wanted to put out there. And she was like, this is really, so now I can say that someone that has been rightfully criticizing me has like a secret in their past. And people are going to think like, oh, then we can't trust that person. And everything was always wrong all along. Everyone who's ever criticized me is wrong because this person has whatever going on. She will not target people that maybe speak out like more, like super rationally, and she can't find something in their past to accuse them of.
Yes, Steve. Super rationally. Can't find a thing in Steve's past. Okay.
You know? So when she came after Steve, I just thought to myself, it's a low blow. The things that happened between you and Steve happened a long time ago. Steve was pretty much vindicated in a court of law about it. You know, whether or not you like him.
No. How? In what way was Steve vindicated in a court of law? They signed an NDA. There was no vindication in a court of law between him and KD. They agreed outside of court. That's what the NDA was. It was outside of court. That's why he wanted to file again, and then never did, and took people's money to file a thing he never filed, and cannot file. So what the fuck are you talking about? I thought you said you researched this. This is basic information. He was not basically vindicated in a court of law. Or vindicated at all. It was a fucking NDA.
What KJ did to him was wrong. It was just wrong.
Sure.
That's my opinion, okay?
I agree.
And she's coming after him because she recognizes that the new group of people she's got following her on Instagram, they'd be really fast to go up against a white male who she's accusing of harassing and stalking her. You know, they know nothing about the story. They don't know who Steve is. They don't watch YouTube. They're over on Instagram. So now's the perfect time for her to start bringing up these people from her past who she's admitted she made a mistake with. She admitted she did a whole apology to Steve online or whatever. She admitted these things, but now she's completely lying, completely manipulating, completely turning it around, and trying to do it.
But you said that you would only know it was Steve if you knew Steve, because she didn't use his name. She's only heftily implying that it's Steve. If you've never seen Steve's content and don't know anything about Steve, which new people would not know, they can't possibly put together that she's talking about Steve. Hello? What the fuck? Doesn't make any sense.
In a way that will garner her support on her new platform. And some people would say, like, why do you care? And I'm kind of asking myself the same questions right now.
Like a who from Whoville.
It's hard. I love supernatural crime with Nikki. And she's been speaking out about Without a Crystal Ball for a long time, and I don't know how people do it for so long. And I watched her live stream last night, which you should check out if you want to know more about Steve McCrae, because she has the facts. And I think Steve actually appears. He does. He appears on the live stream. For me, it's like I've looked at the facts, but what's left over for me now is like the feelings I have. I have a lot of just really heart.
You look at the facts, but you call an out of court NDA vindication.
Felt feelings about how unfair it is that Katie Joy continues to get away with and thrive after doing so many horrible things to so many people, and it's very difficult for me to let go of it.
I mean, that's fair. I can understand that. That is fair and reasonable. But when you enable people like Steve, like Farron, like Veda, like probably this other lady who will, I don't know, maybe is, maybe not, this Brenda person, like EKC, when you enable these people to be way up here and over here about every little thing that Katie Joy does, you're not gonna do a good job of debunking her or bringing her down a peg if that's what your goal is. So you need to, like, curb your enthusiasm, because if you support fucking being mad about her having cereal or whatever the fuck, then you're not gonna do yourself any favors towards your goal. If you want to debunk Katie, go for it. So the same way Renelle supporting Steve and Veda and Aaron and Farron and whatever the fuck, in regards to nonsense, because she just believes that nonsense works for Katie Joy, just like you saying that Charla works for Katie Joy, right? You're part of the problem. If you want to take Katie Joy down, you need to not act in that way, because you're just making yourself look bad and people aren't going to trust you because you're bullshitting. And so if you're bullshitting about that, why would you not be bullshitting about Katie Joy, which it's likely you are. Steve, for example, putting out screenshots that he had not verified, saying that he believed that Katie Joy did this thing in DMs, for example. If you're going to support a thief, then people might not be so willing to trust what you have to say. Especially if you're willing to make excuses for said thief. Like Moderate Extremist, like Megan, like Farron, as they gaslight the shit out of one person who decided to be like, no, this isn't acceptable. So when you do that, and you put yourself together with those people, people aren't going to trust you. Oh my god, sorry, I can't go over the cereal issue again. I'll tag you in the Discord. I'll tag you in the Discord later.
Maybe like it's difficult for my daughter to let go of some things too. So it's been hard watching some of that unfold. And
Think of the children.
To express it here in a live with you guys. Let's see, Kimberly. Maybe if everyone ignored KJ, she would stop because she isn't getting a response. I used to think that, Kim, I remember when I first started going down the Katie Joy rabbit hole, I was like, if people just stop giving her attention, this would stop. But I think what's really going on with Katie Joy is that there's a huge group of people, I would consider them her fans, but they might also be like, not necessarily fans, just people who are aware of her, who constantly give Katie Joy positive feedback. They comment to her. She can say and do the most horrible things, and they will comment like, good job, Katie, way to go. Like, you're doing
You mean like Veda?
a great job taking down these cults. And it seems as though they have no idea how she's affecting so many people around her. And I think that when someone like me stops giving her attention and Renelle Smith stops giving her attention, it's like then there's nobody speaking out about the truth.
Bringing it back to Renelle.
So, I mean, I question, like, who really cares? Maybe I just don't want to talk about the truth and let people find out on their own. You know, it's like, let Katie Joy get all the interviews with all the people from the IBLP and the AUB and let them find out on their own that this is a bad situation to get involved with, and just let the chips fall where they may.
Kind of. Okay, so here's the thing. The way you debunk somebody like Katie Joy is to not go after every single fucking thing. You pick and choose your targets, and you pick and choose what she does. There's no need to add anything on this. I've said this the whole time. I said this when I covered some Katie Joy shit. You don't have to pick on every single fucking thing. You pick and choose. You choose what you want to pick up. This is the same way I said when people were trolling and going after Steve. I was like, there are things you can pick on Steve for, but if you pick on every single fucking thing, you're never going to get anywhere. You need to pick and choose your battles, right? So you pick the things that they're actually easily demonstrably wrong about. It's easy to do that with Katie Joy. She puts out so much fucking content. That's how you do that. But you don't make 100 videos about it. You make a video about it here. You make a video about it there. Right? One of my videos from like years ago is one of the top performing videos on my channel, and every so often it gets a giant bump because fucking Katie Joy does something and everybody goes to look at other Katie Joy shit. That video still stands. I haven't made another one. I don't need to, because that video still stands and is still effective. But that's not enough content for you guys, is it? You can't do that. It's just not something you're capable of, because if you were capable of it, you'd be doing it. But you're not doing it. Because people like Steve, people like Aaron, people like Farron, people like Veda rely on Katie Joy. People like Renelle. Renelle's channel is entirely based on talking about Katie Joy. I haven't looked to see if how much Katie Joy content has covered by Down the Rabbit Hole, and I don't particularly care. The point stands. It's
I think it comes to that
parasocial.
point again.
It's
But
they're
it's been really
riding her
hard for a while now
coattails.
to watch it happening. And I have a lot of respect for people who have kind of like, especially someone like Renell Smith, who's kind of calmly soldiered on with telling the truth about what's going on with Katie Joy when I couldn't do it. I've been doing it for a couple.
You mean the truth that nonsense is working for Katie Joy? Like that truth? To be fair, that happened after October 6th. So maybe she'll recant that shit.
Months now, and it's already just kind of, I make like a video every once in a while and it's just too much for me. It's like the karma of just even talking about this person is such a downer. You know what I
The
mean?
devil's coming for you.
Sarcasm. As I got older, I realized I don't have enough worry in a day for more than one thing at a time. Yeah. Especially things I have no control over. Yes.
Pretty sure I saw Zuna in
You're
one
such a
of
good
the other
person, but don't let it eat you
videos.
up. Yeah. I think it is eating me up. Well, I'm glad that I could come on and talk about it a little bit. I did want to say, I guess my whole point is a little bit to stand up for Steve McCrae. You know what I mean? Like, I actually like him. Now, once again, we've only talked a couple of times. He's messaged me. He's been very respectful, kind, nice. I remember this whole thing had started where this woman, who shall remain
Charla.
nameless.
Charla!
This is really interesting.
Talking about Charla
Supposedly,
again.
allegedly, this woman
Supposedly,
was actually
allegedly.
an IBLP source for Without a Crystal Ball. She was talking to Without a
Sure.
Crystal Ball. Had some kind of falling out with Without a Crystal Ball and ended up joining a group that I had been a part
Sure.
of. It was like a Facebook group and it was called like Blocked by Katie Joy.
You were in the Facebook group too? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! She shall remain nameless, but I'm gonna make sure you know exactly who I'm talking about. Go on.
And it was just a group of people who would be like, yeah, like I said such and such about Katie Joy, and then she blocked me, and I just want to join this group to talk about like how hard it is to deal with her or whatever. And it was just like an unorganized, crazy little group, and it was funny. And sometimes like elderly people would show up in the group, or little like old ladies, and they would post, they'd be like, Katie, I'm so sorry I said something negative about you. Please unblock me. Like not realizing that it wasn't like
Uh-oh, we're getting that shit again. Hold on, let me refresh.
and it was just like an unorganized, crazy little group, and it was funny. And sometimes like elderly people would show up
Is it still fun? Is it still funny? Or is it kind of dead in the water now because of what happened?
in the group, or little like old ladies, and they would post, they'd be like, Katie.
I'm not gonna lie, her laugh when it's sped up is pretty cute. I think that's pretty cute. That sounds like a cartoon character. I like that. That's adorable. She did the Chesh laugh, only because it's sped up. My laugh is actually like that. Her laugh is sped up right now. We're at 1.75 speed.
I'm so sorry I said something negative about you. Please unblock me. Like
We're stuck in a loop. We're stuck in a loop. Ugh.
not realizing that it wasn't like a Katie
Yeah.
Joy group where like she was checking to see if you could be unblocked. It was so cute to me.
So you,
So anyway, this woman,
wait. So, in a group that has Steve, Farron, Renell, you. Was Renell in the Facebook group? I don't know. Maybe Renell wasn't in the Facebook group. Specifically, EKC. EKC was exposed in a CNN article about how she would infiltrate groups and then anti-vax groups and then use the anti-vax groups to try to find parents whose children had died so she could reach out and DM them to send them messages about anti-vax groups. Right? That's what's in that article. I can link the article later. Now you're telling me, down the rabbit hole, is telling me that Aaron, the person who did this, was in a DM group where older ladies who didn't understand how Facebook worked were sending messages to try to contact Katie Joy to apologize to her for saying something mean or whatever and get Katie to unblock them. And we're just going to assume that Aaron did not do the same thing to those women and use that as a way to contact them and start sending them DMs in Facebook about Katie Joy to try to like get into shit. Like this, she's literally called the spy in CNN, in the CNN article. It was CNN, right? Pretty sure it was CNN. No, I mean she was warning them about the anti-vax groups. All right. So we're just supposed to assume that that's the case, that she didn't do any of those things that she was previously doing years beforehand. Especially considering what we've watched of her behavior since then and how we saw Aaron responding to Sharla. We're supposed to assume that that didn't happen? That she's not being consistent in her behavior? I mean, okay. I guess we can make that assumption.
She joins the group and she's kind of like, I don't know exactly what happened, but she was like, I'm gonna organize, I'm gonna get this group.
You don't know exactly what happened, but you're gonna tell us what happened? That Sharla requested to have control or an admin position? How do you know that? How do you know that? Apparently people trust you. You do lots of research. You go down the rabbit hole and find out what things gone. You were in the Facebook group.
Organize. And she starts posting a lot more, and I don't even know what she was up to. But at one
point, you don't even know. So you're just making accusations. Okay, great, good start. Go on.
This is what I've been told, because I wasn't even like aware of what was going on. I guess it
who
was
told
Nikki
you? Farron. Your source is Farron, the ever trustworthy, the great mediator. You know, at least she told us her source. A
lot of shit about my channel. And she was like, I guess she was saying that, you know, if we hate Katie Joy, we should also hate people like down the rabbit hole at bedtime. Because
you guess she was saying this because Farron told you she was saying this? You haven't verified that at all? Oh, thank you for posting the link to the article about Aaron. Greatly appreciated. It was CNN. Good, I was right. Wonderful.
She's doing the same kind of content or whatever. And basically, like, I don't really disagree with that. Like, I think that's fine to have that opinion. I think that there's a difference.
Okay.
But I'm not
so
even
what's the
going to go into
problem?
that. She was saying these things, and I had been in the group, and she actually kicked me out of the group. I didn't even know. I had no idea. I didn't care, like, because I had way too much. I didn't even know. I didn't even know I had been kicked out of the group. But because I was kicked out of the group, Nikki and Steve McCrae, who I had never talked to at that point, started standing up for me. And I guess they were saying, like, what are you talking about? Like, and I'd never spoken to him. He was like, I've watched some of Down the Rabbit Hole bedtime stuff, and she is not like Katie Joy. It's not the same thing. You know, we're not here to focus on people just because they gossip about reality TV.
You know, from what I've seen, this video and the previous one I watched, because those are the ones I watched because you asked me to be here and I saw the way you came into the live stream. You do kind of come off like Katie Joy, just a little bit. That little bit of going off on accusations based off of bullshit information that you didn't fucking verify or shit you just pulled out of your ass. I just listened to you describe what had happened with Steve and Katie Joy, and it's incredibly biased and incredibly stilted and missing straight up very important facts that you're drawing conclusions from with missing facts. So, I mean, if the shoe fits, if the clown shoe fits, I don't... Admittedly, this is the only bits of your content that I've watched. So maybe you're good on other topics. But I'm not gonna watch your Katie Joy content, because I don't fucking care. I'm just here to look at what I was told to look at. I was asked to look into her shit. She came into my live chat, told me to look at her shit, so... She was like, hey, look at all these emails. I've been harassed too. Blah, blah, blah. I've never said anything or made any content. We'll get to that.
TV shows. That's not why we have a problem with Katie Joy. We have a problem with Katie Joy because she goes real life with people, right?
Oh, you mean like Veda?
So... Steve had kind of stood up for my channel in certain ways. Meanwhile, I had no idea.
Oh, the company.
I had no idea that
the company.
I was like living my life like whatever.
We love the company.
And, you know, that was he didn't have to do that. That was kind of him. And he actually got into like a lot of I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but he ended up having a lot of issues with this person, like deep issues. And it kind of started with he and Nikki sort of speaking up for me a little bit. So, I mean,
that's
like
where it
silly
started?
stuff,
That's
but once you're in
interesting.
it,
That's not
you
what
can't
they
help,
said.
But, you know, have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. Okay. Jared says, KJ needs to be removed from YouTube. I don't understand how she gets away with what she says, and Charlotte on the web loses her channel. KJ is really, really, really smart and good about specifically following TOS guidelines. She reads them and follows them down to the like letter.
Okay.
If something comes up like that she's broken any kind of guideline, she will immediately take it down. But even like, that's the beauty of Katie Joy's channel actually. Most of us will struggle with following TOS guidelines because we'll want to use content, right? Like in order for me to make my videos interesting, I want to pull like video, maybe from TLC, or video from interviews of Kate Goslin or interviews of Jill Duggar, and you have to be very careful how you use this stuff, right? But Katie Joy, she set up her whole channel just to be like her talking about what a source told her. So she makes short videos where she just talks and says the same thing like over and over again. She may use a small video from TLC, it'll only be 10 seconds, which is what is allowable. She's so smart. She's really, really smart. And she knows that that YouTube channel is everything for her. You know, she is...
Yo, Katie makes bank. Katie makes fucking money. That's no secret.
so careful, so good with it. Sarcasm.
Imagine. This is a weird way to admit that you break TOS because you don't understand it and don't know how to utilize it. This is very odd to me. This is an odd thing to... Okay. Sure. So if she's not breaking TOS, then your issues with her aren't harassment, aren't violations of that TOS. Which is also very odd because I'm pretty sure a lot of what people say about Katie Joy is that she is talking about and making these accusations and harassing people. Particularly Steve, which is what you brought up, that she's sending people to harass Steve and implying and shifting people in that direction. That is a violation of TOS. And you said it was because he was a man, which is race, creed, religion, etc., 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 which is part of the TOS. So she is breaking the TOS. I think what you mean to say is she's smart about not breaking the TOS when it comes to things like TLC, not about her community stuff. Is that what you mean? That doesn't really make any sense, but okay. I guess it's been a long time since I looked at Katie Joy. Maybe I'm just fucking wrong, but I'm using what she said Katie Joy was doing, which, if that's true, then Katie's violating the TOS. Are you just saying that she's not violating in a big enough way for YouTube to care? Maybe if you guys made better videos, YouTube would care more.
Oh my god, thank you. Oh, that put a big smile on my face. Thank you. That was really sweet of you. Because I love pumpkin lattes. I love pumpkin everything. Thank you so much. You know, she's just really smart about the way she does her YouTube channel. It's hard for me because like I don't want to talk shit. I'm not trying to be like, you know,
that's what you're doing.
I guess she could be like she's a competitor of mine, right? So I'm not trying to like compete with her or take her channel down. I'm just saying like I cannot believe
she's a competitor of mine, but I'm not trying to compete.
You know, that was really sweet of you, sarcasm. I appreciate it a lot. Jared says about Lydia Bates, it's constant attacks on her from KJ. Yeah, I know. And I just try to tell myself, like, well, the Bates are big enough. That's
against TOS.
What KJ says about them, but I guess it's also, like, I'm starting to wonder if it's not just, like, there are a lot of people like KJ in the world. I mean, let me ask you, what do you guys think? Like, Peter Smith says, can you check out my second channel? Hyper Ultra Hypnosis is my... Okay, I guess sorry, guys, I don't have anyone in here to deal with that. Yes, I would like to relax, so I probably...
Don't have any mods?
Hypnosis. Okay, so...
You need hypnosis? We're going into hypnosis therapy? That's a rabbit hole. I'm not touching that one.
Peter Smith chatting about it. Okay, what do you guys think?
What do you guys think? What do we
about
think,
the subscribers,
guys?
The people that are like hardcore Katie Joy fans? It just makes me think that maybe like there's a lot more people out there like Katie Joy than I realize, and I just have to realize that there's like a base of people who want to see someone like this. So
She's still lumping Charlotte and Katie Joy together.
Just have to shut my mouth and move on with my life. You know, I'm just like maybe that's the real realization that you have to do, Katie, is that people want this kind of content, this kind of like. Yeah. So
I guess none of her mods were there today, or
yes,
maybe she has no mods.
Okay, yes.
I don't fucking know.
Get a massage. Yes, I would love that. Aisley, are there real vampires? Yes, I believe there are. Absolutely. I don't know who's like infiltrated this chat, but yes, there are real vampires. Zuna, maybe look into getting a few more mods if you're going to go live more. Yes, maybe that's what I need to do.
Yes.
It's getting crazy up in here. J. Marie, is she replacing the trash mags we used to have? Yeah, I think so. And you're right. Like I used to like Gossip magazine, so I just haven't had access to them for a long time.
I don't know if that was a joke or not.
I think you're right too. And you know what she's doing on YouTube right now, if it was just that, maybe I wouldn't be as annoyed, but I guess it's because she's going over to Instagram and she's putting all these posts, these like crazy posts up, that it drives me so crazy. Kimberly, everyone likes gossip. I really do.
Katie is known for behaving differently on different platforms. That's standard, Katie.
Susie says her YouTube subs don't see how dirty she is on IG. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And see, that was the other thing, is like KJ found the key to all of it, because she used to go up and down in subs. She used to lose a lot of subs because she would talk shit on YouTube. But now she doesn't talk shit on YouTube anymore. She goes to Facebook and Instagram and talks shit, and it has worked out so well for her. And she's
you know, if you wanted to take Katie down and expose her on YouTube, then what you would do is not talk about her YouTube content at all and talk about her Instagram and Facebook content and critique that, so that way it exposes her fans to her other content. Just some advice if your goal is to take down Katie Joy, which does seem to be the goal of this group.
Continuing to like grow bigger. Meanwhile, I am still like I lost my voice last night. I couldn't talk at all. What do you think? Like fall? It's got to be fall allergies.
Okay,
right?
we're
Like,
gonna
something
pause
that's
it there. I'm assuming she's done. All right, so I'm gonna give us a quick break. I'm gonna pull up what she had said in the live chat, for I can close this and this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pull up what she said in the live chat, so that way you guys can kind of see how I was pulled into taking this out, and then we'll go into the emails, because I just want to show you guys how we kind of got here. The reason I did those two first was because it's chronological. So we're gonna go into that, into the other thing, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Break time! Yo, welcome back. All right, so I got them pulled up. Let's get into this. Oh, brother, we still have a Veda video to do, and it's a short one. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Let me just grab this real quick. Woo! Boop, boop, doo. But hey, there we go. Okay, so she left this comment. On my channel, this is down the rabbit hole, but we're gonna start here, and then we're gonna go back to the beginning. So this is the screenshots, because Manya took the screenshots, because of course she did, because Manya's great. You guys read that okay? I need to make it a little... that better? There you go. Here are the screenshots from the live chat listing the claims she has made against Charla. She made some pretty bold claims about Katie and Charla and then tried to backtrack in the comment section. So we're going to take a look. This is the comment that she left on the video, but I'm not going to... we're going to do this in order. So these guns go first. No, they're not every comment she made, but that's okay. It'll get the gist of it, right? I've never spoken to this woman from... Actually, no, you know what we do need? We need the very first comment she made. We do need that. So I'm gonna go here. It would be this video right here. So anybody who's interested can come and find it. I'm just gonna pause real quick. Let me look at the timestamp of this. Whoops, sorry. Timestamp of this is 4 hours in. So phew, let's go to about here and see if she's in the live chat. Actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? I mean, live chat needs to load. There we go. What? Rabbit. Around the 5-hour mark. I mean, she's right there, so I don't know why the search function isn't working for this, but maybe I need to reload the... Yeah, there we go, too. Here we go. Alright, here we go. This is fine. It's more than 2, but that's okay. We got the right spot. Alright, so this looks like the first comment. I don't see anything before this. Do I need to zoom this in any further? Can you guys read this okay? And we're not gonna... We won't use this then, because we have this. Is this visible for you guys? Can I zoom it in a little bit for you? Is that better? Oh, hold on. That's not... enough in the future. There we go. I've never spoken of this, hold on. That's not the first one. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. Oh, not that far. That's too far. We gotta go back. Oh, are we in top chat? No, we're in live chat. Da-da-da. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did you go? Oh, it should be right after this. She came into your response stream to Aaron's. Yes, this is the third time that Rabbit Hole had tried to come up. In the Aaron video, in the response to Aaron and the swatting video, she showed up in the live chat. It's still there if you want to go to look at it. She showed up in the live chat claiming she was being harassed by the same person that everybody was being harassed by, but wouldn't say who she was talking about. She was talking about Charla, so she was in my side chat talking about Charla during the premiere. She also came by again when we were looking at Veda and Farron's video to ask, so this is what you just do? You just sit here and laugh at your own videos or comment on yourself on your own videos? And I was like, well, no, actually, it's so people like you can come in and ask questions, or I can spend time just hanging out with people. Probably gonna do that again for these ones because they're specifically because they're long, man. This is a lot to go through. And this is gonna be a bitch. Alright, Mani, I'm gonna speed you up. Playback speed. Let's fucking go! It's fast, Mani. Look at her dance around. That's a long face palm. That's a 2x speed. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Where is she? Come on. Come on, rabbit hole. Where are you? There we go. Here we go. Found it. I tried listening to you guys, and I just want to say you seem so misguided in the real issues people in the anti-Katie Joy are facing. For example, there's no example. Okay, so it's starting off with criticism of us, without being specific. I've never spoken to this woman from Kansas, Charla. She's talking about Charla. By the way, we're not talking about the issues the anti-Katie Joy community are going through. We're talking about issues that people that happen to be anti-Katie Joy are having in their behavior. That's what we're talking about. For example, I've never spoken to this woman from Kansas, Charla, yet she constantly sends my husband and family awful messages threatening legal action against me if I don't remove my content about Katie. That's a pretty big claim. Okay? Of course, I clarified, we're not talking about the anti-KJ community. So I don't know what you came here to criticize. It's not what we're talking about. Weird. Just gonna let that go to the bottom. Whoop. I don't care about believing me. People who know the kind of person I am know I would never make anything up. Oh, sorry. I went too far. Are you saying, right? So you're saying that Charla is working on behalf of Katie to get your videos taken down? That's a pretty big accusation. Surely you can back that up. I can easily forward some of the emails, such as long as you don't show them publicly, because I don't want her to further target me, but please send me your email. I proceeded to send her the email. Sorry, I'm going to pause you here for a minute, Manya, just so I can catch up. Never spoken to this woman in Kansas. Is it gossip and bullshit that Katie... Hold on, I feel like I'm out of order here. Hold on, let me make this a little bit longer so I can see this a bit better. I'll scroll down for you guys so that way it's better for you. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I've never spoken to this woman from Kansas, right? Do you mean Charla? Is it gossip and bullshit that Katie has used this woman to try to get rid of my content by threatening my family? You have to demonstrate that she did this. So you're accusing... Yeah, right. Right? Maybe it is. It might be bullshit. You have to demonstrate it. Right? Okay. Next up, we've got, let's check, feel free to forward me those emails. Chesh and Manya have been around a lot longer. Yeah, fair. Down the rabbit hole there. I had said, feel free to forward me these emails. I'm more than happy to take a look at them. No, I would never give her the attention by posting it publicly. But you are posting it publicly. You're currently posting about her publicly. So you're saying that Charla is working on behalf of KJ to get your videos taken down. That's a pretty big accusation. Surely you can back that up. I can easily forward some of the emails and such as long as you don't show them publicly because I don't want her to further target me, but please send me your email. I said, but you're willing to give her the attention by making the accusations publicly. I don't care about believing me. People who know the kind of person I am know I would never make anything up. Okay, but you told us in the video that you watched, or the videos that we watched, that where you got your information was Steve and Farron. God damn it. Can this fucking... I gotta quit highlighting shit because it does this. Stop. Stop. Go away. Whatever. I'm just gonna click it up here. There. Right? Right? So, immediately, the way that you came in here, your motivations are immediately under question, and then that you talked shit, made accusations in the side chat, but then said you didn't want to give the person any attention when it came to demonstrating your claim and your accusation. That's kinda suspicious. Alright, let's keep going. What? Oh, there we go. Gave her my email. Down the rabbit hole. Great, I will forward when I get a chance. Chesh, are you seriously kidding me? I'm telling you that a normal, kind person is being targeted by this person. If you don't care about that, then I know what kind of person you are. What? Huh? I asked you to demonstrate what you're saying. Not... What are you talking about? Where did that come from? Did I say anything like that? Did I say anything like that? I don't see anything that says anything like that. Any normal person. Any normal, kind person. Yes, you're a normal and kind person. That's what we saw from your videos, right? Uh-huh. Thank you for your time. Quote, but people know me, therefore I'm justified to just make accusations without providing anything, thus exacerbating the issue. So much that so that you just try to derail the whole stream to not give them attention. What a joke. If people trust you blindly, they shouldn't. That's what I'd said. I'm gonna let this play a little bit more, see if we get any more from her. Oh yeah, the whole group of them spend a lot of time dehumanizing Charla. If you want to see what Manya said, by the way, to Down the Rabbit Hole, please go for... You guys are so sad. I've tried to listen to you guys, but this is ridiculous. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. You just told people that they shouldn't care, and you don't care, lol. Send the email and shut the fuck up. You'll have to trust about me confirming your story based on that, since that's the scenario you just set up for yourself. Don't be mad at me for playing the game with the rules that you set up. The email is from a lawyer. I'll forward it to you. Goodbye. If the email is from a lawyer, what was this claim about all these emails that Charla is sending to you and your husband and your family? That's what people asked about, not some fucking lawyer thing. What the fuck? So, let me just go ahead, because I'm pretty sure she leaves after this. Then we have this comment from her that she decided to leave afterwards. Here we go. To be clear, I sent Cheshire 2 examples of emails I've received. One from a lawyer, okay, and the second directly from the woman in Kansas, from Charla. The only evidence I have that this is really the woman in Kansas is this. This is really weird. The woman from Kansas attached a note from her therapist in Kansas describing her mental health issues. I contacted the letterhead, and they confirmed that this is their practice, and the letter was written by a therapist in the practice. Okay. These aren't the emails I asked you about. I asked you about the emails that were sent to your husband and the harassing emails that were telling you to take, that you said were from Charla, that were to take down your videos about Katie Joy. These aren't the emails I asked about. These aren't the emails I asked for. These are, in fact, the ones that she sent me. So unless that licensed therapist is also in on this charade, I'm going to assume the woman in Kansas, Charla, has mental health issues that you shouldn't be aware of this already. You've been supporting Steve. This is from like a couple of days ago. You've been supporting Steve. You linked to Steve's channel as a source about Charla where he's been calling her a fucking psychopath. So, what the fuck do you mean? Why are you acting stupid? Why are you pretending you don't know? Mental issues that have led her to come after creators like myself inappropriately? Question mark? How? How has she come after you inappropriately? Where? Tell me where. Show me where. Where's this happened? Because the emails you sent me aren't that. You are correct that if Katie Joy herself wanted to come after me, she would have a case. Katie has a case against you if she came after you? Why? Were you defaming her? Were you harassing her? Weird admission, but okay. I'm extremely disappointed in this live stream. You know, yippee, I don't give a shit. I think it's really odd for you. She's talking... You mean Manya. To try to call me out for coming into the stream to check out your content. No, she's talking about me. And stating my opinions. You didn't state an opinion. You made an accusation. And from what we've seen is based off of Steve and Farron's work. So no. Would a therapist's office actually tell someone, a random woman in whatever state? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. They might confirm the letterhead at the very least. They might not, like, tell you which therapist. I mean, the therapist's name should be on the letter. So, I don't know. There might be a violation. There might be, like a HIPAA violation of sorts in that. I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah, that's a good call-out, Dirty Uncle Sal. That's a good call-out. Would they confirm that? Good question. Right, it would be a HIPAA violation. Interesting. I am not 100% sure. Maybe you should ask Rabbit Hole that question. You called that derailing the stream, but I thought anyone was allowed to speak in a live chat. What the fuck made you think that? No. Where I'm from, we have standards. You don't just go around making fucking random-ass accusations and then not expect anybody to follow up with you about what the fuck you're talking about. So, no. We have standards here. Not everybody's allowed to say whatever the fuck they want in my goddamn fucking side chat. I don't know. I thought you said you've been watching us. I saw you watching us a couple of times. What the fuck gave you that impression? That has absolutely never been the case, and it likely never will be the case. So no. And yes, it was derailing. Unless you don't know what that word means. Which is possible. I asked Cheshire not to share the emails because clearly it would divulge a lot of info about the woman from Kansas. That's interesting because that's not the reason you stated in the live chat as to why you didn't want me to share it, but if Cheshire can provide proof that someone else created these emails, I would love to see your proof. Why would I do that? You sent me one from Charla and one from a lawyer. That's not the ones anybody was asking about. We were asking about the ones you said Charla was sending to your husband and your family members to get you to take down Katie Joy content. Where are those emails? How did you verify those were Charla? I'm pretty sure the two you sent me were, one was legit from Charla and one was legit from Charla's lawyer. So I can confirm that for you if that makes you feel any better, but those are not the emails in question. The emails in question are the ones that are harassing you. The emails that are in question are the ones that are being sent to your family members. You didn't send me any of those. Now how do you want me to verify shit that you claimed that you didn't send me? And yes, she's reversing the burden of proof. How did she make the connection? Not how I make the connection. Correct. Peace to all of you. Okay. Fuck off. I don't give a shit. I feel like there was another thing in here that maybe I'm missing. Maybe she said something after goodbye. Let me just double check. Let me just play this a little bit. I'm just gonna let this live chat go for just a slightly bit longer. Yeah, let's check the screenshots on Twitter. Let's do that. That's a good call. Let's see what else we got in here. Let me just reopen the last tab. Boom. Bom. Okay, here. I've never spoken to this woman in Kansas. Yeah, we looked at that one. Is it gossip? Yeah, I looked at that one. To forward the emails? Yeah, sure. She said she could forward the emails and then didn't. She forwarded me different emails. For you and I get the chance. I know what kind of person you are. Yeah, whatever. No, that was my responses. Yeah, no, I think we got them all. Then we got this one up here. And then Monty's response was, her name is Charlotte, by the way to dehumanize her, an attempt and an attempt to any cease and desist and no contact that might have been an issue with you. I mean, go read Manya's comment. Manya knows what she's talking about. But there's one other thing that I want to look at real quick, because in her comment, there's a couple replies. 24, in fact. So, I have never said anything about my subscriber numbers, because I said she was trying to throw her, I think Manya said she was trying to throw her weight around. I said that before. She came in entitled. She came in expecting something. She came in with these standards that we were all supposed to read her mind and cater to for some reason. And that didn't happen, and she threw a hissy fit about it and, like, thinks we're all attacking her or whatever the fuck. That's interesting. I was pretty sure. One of one. Why is that one of one? She's literally right up here. Oh. 42. Have you spoken about Charla on your channel? Interesting that she didn't answer that question. I could have sworn she answered that question and said she didn't. Which comment, sorry? Yeah, psychiatrists are not allowed to share information on clients' diagnosis to a third party except with a patient's explicit permission or to a certain authorized third party, states in the HIPAA legislation, which would be this right here. I'm not going to read through all this right now, but I'll put a link to it later. The one I was looking for. I was pretty sure that Down the Rabbit Hole claimed that she never spoke about Charla on her channel. I could have sworn that was something she had said. I could have sworn it was in response to Ellie. No, she didn't? Okay. Well, that's good. It's interesting. It's good enough that she didn't answer that question. Because, I mean, we know for a fact she did. And we looked at that, so. Never said anything about my subscriber numbers. Well. Your subscriber numbers are relevant to your behavior. Oh, she said she's smoking to her. Oh, okay. I'm probably misremembering that one then. Wonderful. Cool. So let's look at something very in particular about the email she sent me. So, let me just go to my Gmail real quick. Let me just pull these two up. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. So, I'm only gonna share specific parts of it. Specifically, this clip right here that says, this is what Nonsense added, because the part I don't have permission to share, technically, is the what's the word I'm looking for? The part I don't have permission to share is Charla's email, not what Rabbit Hole said after, right? So I gotta, hold on, I gotta, how do I pull this up? Whoops. What's the best way to do this? You know what the best way to do this is? Posting it in the Discord and then opening it up in a tab. That's what the best way is. So I'm just gonna do that. There we go. First one. Open browser. There you go. Look at that. Magic. Magic. You do not have permission to share this email publicly. This is one of the many emails I received from this and other accounts, including an account labeled John McIver. I will look for the emails I received from an attorney stating that he represented Charla. I have never received any emails directly from Katie Joy or a lawyer representing Katie Joy, only from a lawyer stating he represents Charla McIver. I have never directly spoken to Charla McIver that I am aware of. I am only participated in live chats where I have written or spoken her name on other people's channels. Oh, maybe this was what I was remembering. And you did videos about her making accusations. You made videos. We just watched 2 of them. I didn't even look for other ones. Those are just the 2 that I found very easily. How interesting. Funny thing that. And so I gave a quick breeze through and read the email and read the attached paperwork, including the health assessment, as well as the screenshots proving that Charlotte's claims about the IBV, whatever, the fucking cult. And not a single thing in this email is a threat, nor is any of this harassment. This is somebody attempting to, requesting that she take private information down about her and to please stop talking about her, as she's a private person and she doesn't want to be involved in whatever the fuck you guys are doing together. Again, against Katie Joy or with Katie Joy, doesn't matter. Right? So, none of that's in that email. Alright? So, nothing about Katie Joy. The only thing about Katie Joy is I don't work for Katie Joy that I can see in here. There's nothing. And you guys are going to have to take my word for it, because I am doing as requested and not sharing said email. Now, the second one, which again seems to be from a lawyer, has this lovely big capital letters on it that says, confidentiality notice. The information contained in this email message and any accompanying documents may contain confidential information exempt from disclosure under the attorney-client privilege and attorney work product rule. The information in this email is intended only for the use of the individual or entity named above. The information herein may also be protected by the Electronic Communications Privacy Act 18 U.S.C. Section 2510-2521. Any dissemination, distribution, or copying of this communication is strictly prohibited without express prior permission. If the reader of this message is not the intended recipient or the person responsible for delivering the message to the intended recipient or representative of the receipt, if you have received this communication in error, you are hereby notified that any retransmissions, disseminations, or other use of or taking any action in reliance upon this information or communication is strictly prohibited. If you have received this communication in error, please notify the sender immediately by return email and delete this message and any copies from any computer system. Huh. So why did you send me this unprompted? Because these aren't the emails I asked for. I believed that you got one from a lawyer, and I believed that Charlotte sent you a message. The ones in question were the ones that were requesting you to take down your Katie Joy content. The ones that were harassing you. The ones that were threatening you. The ones that were going to your family members. Not these ones. I don't know why the fuck you sent me these ones. Seems like you probably shouldn't have. And considering your association with Steve and Farron and Veda and Renell and Veda and this whole entire group that all have cease and desists and hearings coming up, you may want to be careful. And again, this email also does not have any harassment in it. It is simply a cease and desist from a lawyer. So remember earlier when I said the normal series of events is you request the person stop, you try to resolve it in private, then you get a lawyer to send a cease and desist, or you send a cease and desist, then you go to court. That's the series of events. That's expected. And you're taking what is expected and what a reasonable person would do and trying to blow it up and turn it into something it's not, while accusing this person of doing a bunch of additional shit that you can't send, that you didn't prove, that you didn't show. Why are you not like Katie Joy again? Why should people just trust you? How are you a kind person? You don't have permission to share this either. Good, I didn't. Neither do you, by the way, apparently. That's also not something you have fucking permission to share. So let's look at her additional things. Oh, and I can also tell you, like, you know what, the dates don't. Did the dates matter of when these were sent? No, probably not. So here's what was in the other one. Oops, this opened in the wrong spot. Let me just move this on over and get rid of that. Ooh, ba-doop, ba-doop. Boop. There you go. You do not have permission to share this either. Meaning the above emails. Right? And to be clear, once again, I never posted about this person. The internet showed that was a fucking lie. Yeah, you did. We watched 2 videos. You didn't even delete all of your posts about her before making this claim. Good job. So, that's just a fucking lie. So, you begged for my attention, you begged for me to look into this and show one thing or another. Here you go. I've only been in other creators' live streams in which I made comments such as, quote, "It sounds like this person may have serious mental health issues and should be left alone." That's interesting, that's not what you said in the videos we watched. That's also not what you said in our chat either. Huh. Ha 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 ha. Very interesting. Fascinating, even. One moment, let me double check something real quick, because I'm pretty sure I have something else that proves that that's not the case either. One second. I'm pretty sure I got one more in here that I can drop in your lap for you, help you out a little bit. Here it is. How fancy! It's almost like you can find anything if you know what you're looking for. Steve McCrae Community tab. You should tell her legal representation she wants to prepare for dealing with legal repercussions for stealing her daughter's social security numbers. How gross. This is about Charla. This was on Steve's community posts about Charla. She's talking about Charla. So you accused the woman of stealing her daughter's social security numbers. Tell me again how the only thing you posted about her was that she seemed like she had mental issues and should be left alone? Because that's not even the only thing you posted, let alone the shit you streamed about and made videos about. One was a video, one was a stream. Streams, at least you can say, oh, well, you know, it was the spur of the moment, I didn't really have all the information, and I fucked up some of what I was trying to say. The video was premeditated. And the reason we know this is about Charla is from context clues, right? Even if you didn't see this before or didn't know about this prior, right? You can tell it's about Charla because what legal representation would Steve be talking about? The only litigation he's in right now is with Charla. So it has to be about Charla. It's almost like you're a big fat fucking liar. And maybe Charla was right. And maybe you sending me this shit was really stupid. Can you guys see this okay? I want to make sure you guys can see this alright. Go figure. I'll make this a little bit wider. You can see it alright. Okay, good. Okay, so that's not what you did. That's not what you said. You're fucking lying, but okay. I tried to watch some of your streams because I like to watch people who have different points of view. But I have to be honest, I feel like your comments and the way that Mayo, in her defense, she might not get the joke, but that's okay, interacted with me just rubbed me the wrong way tonight. Okay, you don't like being asked for evidence of your very, very bold claims? Okay. I don't know what to tell you about that. I had no idea it would be considered disrupting your stream to speak in the live chat. Yeah, when you make accusations about us, because you started by making accusations about us, saying that we're missing the point about something we're not even talking about, and then starting to make absurd accusations towards other people, yeah, it was disruptive. Because one, it wasn't what we were talking about, and two, you felt entitled to attention, and three, you were talking random bullshit. So it was distracting and derailing the conversation. We literally all stopped what we were doing and went, excuse me, what? But that was offensive. Rubbed you the wrong way, did it? Having to back up your claims rubbed you the wrong way? That's very interesting. Fascinating. It's almost like I've demonstrated you to be lying already. Weird. Alright, cool. I thought that was free for anyone. Well, if you'd been watching some of our streams, then you would know that that's not the case. You would know that, and you weren't hidden. You didn't get kicked out. You got asked to back up your bullshit. And then you started backtracking. And then you backpedaled even further in the comment section. You made this bold-ass accusation, and every post after that was backing it up, backing it up, backing it up. By backing it up, I mean backpedaling, not actually backing up what you had to say. If you had that information, you would have put that out a long time ago, but you don't, because you're bullshitting. Because you're a fucking liar who lies. It's not surprising to hear that you're a part of this fucking group. Anyway. I thought it was free for everyone. You thought wrong. I have standards, like I said before. I don't want to have further interactions. You asked me to disseminate this. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to respond. I don't give a shit. But I did want to send a small sample of the messages I've received, despite having little to no interaction with Charla. But you didn't send the ones you claimed you got, or the ones you claim your husband got, or your family members got. You didn't send those. You sent me a normal interaction that you would expect to see in this scenario. Somebody reaching out asking you to stop and take the stuff down, and then a cease and desist. That's normal. That's to be expected. You might not agree with the cease and desist. You might think it's bullshit. That's fine. But you're trying to present it as if it's something you're not. You said she harassed you. You said she threatened you. You said she was sending threatening and harassing messages to your family members. Where are those? That's the ones we were questioning, not these ones. So, this is called shifting the goalposts, by the way. It's a fallacy. As a rhetorical tactic. Okay. I did once say in my video, quote, I have some people sending me cease and desist over my Katie Joy content, and it's not Katie Joy. So now you're saying that you did say in a video, but I just tell myself these people have mental issues. Okay. Was that supposed to be the end quote? Charlotte immediately sent me a cease and desist telling me to remove that video. I didn't remove the video, but I edited that part out in an effort to placate whatever was going on with these shenanigans. Okay, so you did talk about her, so when you posted about her, you were lying, and now you're saying that you were lying. Okay. Sure. These people have mental issues, therefore, they... what? She didn't say some people to us, she named Charla. Correct. Lady from Kansas. Twitter lady. They're Charla. You're talking about Charla. We know you're talking about Charla. Ableism? Maybe. Maybe. Because they're not mentally well, they don't have to be taken seriously. I believe that's... yeah, these people have mental issues, therefore they can be dismissed. Yeah, I think that counts as, yep. They have mental issues, therefore I can treat them like shit. Therefore I can say and do whatever I want to them with no repercussions, and everything I say and do is valid, and they're just crazy, so we can just dismiss them by fiat and about anything they feel or think about a scenario. How are you different from Katie Joy again? Maybe Charla was right in her criticism in the Facebook group about you. Anyway. So you tried to placate her. but still made content about her in August and in October, and you're still making accusations about her now because this was from last Friday. This is she sent me this December 8th. Despite the fact that this has a fucking confidentiality clause in it. She should probably double check to see if she's actually in the up and okay to share this. She has repeatedly messaged things to my husband. So she's making the accusation again. Okay. Such as, quote, "Is this your wife's address? I'm guessing she is aware my husband works abroad and is not always with us at home. Great, now I know that your husband works abroad and isn't with you at home all the time. That was information I asked for. I consider that weird, like trying to threaten, but I just ignore it for the most part." Well, where's that email? She didn't send me that email. Why a quote? Why not an email? You made the accusation, said you got these messages, then said you'd provide said messages, and then didn't provide said messages, provided something completely different, lied in them, made additional accusations. And you think this is gonna make you look good? I mean, Manya, that's looking at it, assuming that it was actually from Charla, right? You're already giving this too much charity. I hate when people email my husband. I have a feeling she sent you emails you couldn't show, hoping you wouldn't talk about what's in them so you would look bad. Is that possible? It's possible. It's also possible that she was trying to bait me into showing something that I shouldn't have been allowed to show. That's possible, too. But there's more than one way to get permission to show things as well. So, you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat, as it were. But yeah, so we've demonstrated, I think, pretty candidly that Rabbit Hole is a dirty liar who lies, and is engaged in this entire group of people that has been harassing this woman for months. Cool. I think we can cross her off the list there.